Hello and welcome fellow Kerbal to another KSP2 video. Today we are going on an adventure to a little place called Bop, because it's bopping, you know? You know what, never mind. So here we are, we've just left the launch pad, and an accident waiting to happen clearly. But that's okay, because these trusty little Kerbal have signed their soul away to me anyway. I mean, the plan is to just leave them there when we get there, lovingly of course. We're going to leave them there lovingly, we're not just going to completely ditch them. Which of course has a complete lie too, but at least they can do a little bit of exploring and some science along the way and on Bop when they get there, right? We've painted the rocket green to honour Jewel, the planet in which Bop orbits. Oh, and although we are leaving these Kerbals at Bop, they're definitely going to be a lot better off than the Kerbals we left at Moho, because, well, we kind of left them down a big dark hole with solar panels, and that's the only way they can generate electric. So yeah, it sucks to be them, I guess. Anyway, we are about to jettison the first stage and carry on our merry way with the second stage, which should be enough to get us out of orbit of Kerbin. I've definitely overdone it with the Delta V because I recently used the large hydrogen ball, which is what you can see there on this one, to go to Moho. It's just provided so much Delta in what I think is like a small size and a small amount of weight. I mean, it only weighs 56 tons, which is pretty good, I feel. Actually, thinking about it, it's not that small, is it really? It's actually pretty big, but it still weighs very little, which is great. Anyway, we're about to start our burn to orbit. This part weighs actually quite a bit because that's like the XL fuel tank that's attached to the vacuum engine there, which I do have to say, all the new engines that I've tried have been pretty good so far. I really like them. Gonna take quite a long burn there to get to orbit. Like I said, that low thrust to weight ratio. It's better as the fuel runs out, but it's still not great. Well, it's time to leave this laggy planet behind now anyway. I don't know why Kerbin's so laggy, but good riddance. Stop lagging, please. Just don't have that problem anywhere else, other than Kerbin. I do still get the bug sometimes where your maneuver node's actually incorrect, or just struggle to get an encounter in general sometimes. But usually if I just reload it, it's fine again. So finally at Jewel anyway. Now we just got to get to Bop, where Bop's gonna have other plans for us than to land on it seems. Annoyingly, I brought some satellites with me, and they turn out to be completely useless because I have no comm set up in between Kerbin and Jewel. But I didn't actually know that. I thought because they were the big one they would be fine, but they weren't, so sad times. Doesn't matter because we can leave them there and use them at another time when we do set up some comms. Jewel looks fantastic. Alright, we're here at Bop, the little tiny peanut moon. Now this is where things start to get a little bit weird, I guess. So I've got myself all nicely set up in the orbit that I want. I've jettisoned everything that I don't need, left those two satellites in orbit because they're not working at the minute, who cares, there's a third one there too, I forgot about that one on top actually. And then I get everything ready, my communications out, my solar panels out, you see it's all moving away nice and smoothly. And as you can see, I've got myself set up in the middle of the meteor crater. This is where I encounter my first bug with Bop. I'm coming down fine, everything's going well, and then all of a sudden, the screen changes. I'm like, oh, what's happened? Oh, my craft's just completely blown up, I've hit an invisible wall. So I reload. On the second attempt, I escape the wall of doom, which is great, and then get the landing gear down. Everything's going nice and smoothly, it feels. Oh, like, yeah, this is good, no wall of doom. So, you know, I'm gonna land, it's all good. Nice and gently, I've got quite a lot of power for this in these two engines. Bit too much power really, to be fair. And we sink through the floor, I'm like, oh crap. Last time that happened my craft blew up, which is what happened to us on Moho. So I'm coming down again, I'm like, screw it, I'm just gonna go through the floor instead. Well, let's see what happens. Turns out, you just fall faster and faster and faster, and then when you get near the center of Bop, where the masses, I guess, or the gravity is, you accelerate really quickly. up to like 9,000 meters per second, or close to that, and then yeah, accelerate all the way off into, well, good luck finding out where, because it's going to take you so long to get there even on max time warp. But it did give me the idea of testing out the nuclear power generators, whatever they're called, the RTGs. I've got the small ones on this, which are like 20 years, and then they run out. I've time warped ahead to like 30 years here, and look, the power's run out on it. I can't generate power anymore, so it's pretty cool that that's working. So here's the thing. I actually are carrying 7 Kerbals here, but this whole time there's been 6 on this bit, because whilst we were in orbit of Bop before we tried landing, I decided I was going to try and land a Kerbal as a Kerbal, because Bop's got low gravity, so I thought, well, you get enough monopropellant, I should be able to slow myself down. Now I know you can't really take fall damage for Kerbals, I don't think, at the minute, but I wanted to test it like properly. Can I land at actual speed properly? And well, it turns out you can. So good news, I actually did manage to land on Warp and plant a flag. Unfortunately, the Kerbal did lose its ride in the process, but I'm not sure they're faring any better, to be quite fair. At least this Kerbal manages to get a little bit of exploring done, so there is that. We see this huge rock in the distance, so we were like, well, we're gonna go check that out, right? Why not? It's massive, right? I'm gonna go to that. But unfortunately, it's, well, it's like it's not there, look. Sad times. It is bloody big though. I know that they said that they plan on making all these rocks and big things like this, like they are there, so you can actually build on them and stand on them, plant flags on them, all that sort of stuff, do science on them, whichever. So that's going to be pretty cool, I can't wait for that. And well, that's been our Bop experience. It's been quite fun, I actually enjoyed it. I quite like the way the planet looks. Well, not planet, the moon. I can't wait to see what they do when they like update all the textures and stuff on the planets and moons, because this one already looks pretty cool. It looks fairly decent when you get to the surface too. Not that bad. There's worse ones on this game for sure. But anyway, I'm going to end the video there. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe, it really helps me out. And I'll hope to see you next time. Peace out, Kerbal Nuts.